What is up? What is up, Chubs? What is happening, my Damie?
What it's up?
It is your girl, your favorite Chub Bet here. I'm back at it again with another video for you. So I want to do my 2 cents, which is not a bad one, okay? Even though it's on TLC, who keep copyright claiming a couple of my videos on my 2 cents. So I need to figure out how to fix that. But other than they don't copyright claim the videos with no sound, so you will be seeing things and not hearing them for right now. So I want to talk about the show. They had like 5 or 6 episodes. The show is called Doubling Down with the Derricos. So basically it starts with parents, Dion and Karen. Karen is a stay-at-home mom and Dion is a real estate investor. Now what makes them so special is they have 14 kids. Karen, your uterus baby. Oh my God. God bless you, but God bless you. Okay. So they have 14 kids. Okay. She said all her kids were natural. She had no fertility treatments, none of that. All her kids was natural. She said the only thing she had to do, she had to go on progesterone because after her first daughter, she had 2 miscarriages and then she had her son, but she got on progesterone, which to help you, maintain pregnancy. And she had what they call 2 singletons. She had a son. No, she had a daughter, then a son. Then after her son, she had a set of twins. Then they say they took a break, and then they said, we're gonna try for 1 more. God, I guess, was playing games that day because he gave them quintuplets. You sure?
Yes, I'm.
Gave them 5 babies at once, and she said no fertility treatments, no nothing. She just had quintuplets, and they said it was a medical miracle because she hadn't had any fertility treatments. So after the quintuplets, she had a set of twins, and then she had, now we come to current day where she is pregnant with triplets.
You know what?
Whoo, geez Lee. So I will post the video of all the 11 that's in the house now. It's 11 children in the house right now. Now the youngest ones in this picture, which they call them triplings because of the fact that they were not twins, they were actually triplets, but one passed away, and but they call them triplings, and now she's pregnant with another set of triplets. All the kids' names start with D. Every single one except for the one that did pass on. They named him Carter for him to stand out as their angel. And when people run down the names of the kids, you name the kids a certain letter. You don't want a reminder. That's what they said. They don't want a reminder to go back and explain what happened, which I understand. And she had those sets of triplets at 28 weeks, where the one that passed was underdeveloped, so that's why he passed away. And now she's pregnant again with another set of triplets. So that will be making 14 babies. Who cares? I'm going to take a nap for you because who knows how long you ain't had a nap. Child. So basically, she's pregnant with these triplets and she has to go on bed rest. She's only at 24 weeks at the time. So she went into the hospital to go on bed rest because how the hell are you going to rest with 11 kids running around? They ain't going to let you rest. So dad was maintained in the house while she's in the hospital, and then his mother, Gigi, love Gigi. She came and helping Papa handle the kids and everything else. But here comes the turn. They ended up having an earthquake. They live in Las Vegas, so they ended up having an earthquake, and the aftershocks throws her into labor because she's already in the hospital for a month, and she gets to 28 weeks again and ended up going into labor. So she has these set of triplets, and these set of triplets, the 2 of the triplets are fine, which their names is De'Aaron and Diver, but the little special one who is a heart baby, her name is Dawson. She had a hole in her heart, so she had to go under 2 different surgeries, one for a stent and one for a hole repair. And basically it kind of conjured up some, memories of the previous child that passed away. And of course the baby stayed in the NICU for a while because they were born at 28 weeks. And mommy had to go home, but the kids stayed. But the first two twins did go home. I think they was maybe like 3 months. And the Dawson, she had to stay behind. She had to pick up weight, and then she had her stent put in. And then after that, she picked up weight. She had to get her hole repaired, and everything was fine. And then they had to bring the parents in before Dawson came home. Now this was my little tiff with Mr. Dion, because he kind of shut off the light switch. But I can understand, because losing a child is a lot, but you have a child that needs you here. So, and I talked to a friend of mine who, we became friends. I used to take care of her child when I did home care for pediatrics, and her child was a multiple, and that child needed extra care. And her husband kind of did the same thing, and she was like, oh no, I can't check out, so you can't check out. So whatever I forget, you need to have that written on paper, or you need to chime in and say, hey, this is what you need to do. And what I'm referring to is because Dion and Karen had to go in to the gastrointestinal doctor and talk to him about Dawson's care, because she had to get a feeding tube, which is a G-tube in her belly, because that's how she was going to get her feedings and everything else, due to her surgery and her medications and stuff. And they had to take all this equipment home bring the baby home. And Dion looked like he was sort of listening, but he was like sort of checking out, because he wasn't prepared for all this. He kind of was like checking out as he was preparing for the worst. And when they did, check, went to the doctor and was doing all this, the first thing you need to bring either your camera to record, as in record what he said, or a notepad. Because I done had patients come in with a notepad like this, and there's all information of what they got to do when they take their babies home, if they need care and everything else. It'd be notepad just like that. And when they brought Dawson home, and Karen was kind of losing it, because her emotions is still high. Dawson was about 7 months when she finally went home. Her emotion was kind of high, and she's trying to figure out how to work the pump and give her medications, and she's kind of freaking out. And with Dion, he kind of checked out. He was already checked out. Like, I'm already prepared for the worst. I checked out. And that was my only little tip. Like, I know the loss of a child. I get it. I have had my issues with certain things like that. I don't talk about that like that, but I understand. Let's just put it that way. But when you have a child that needs you now, and your significant other is having struggling, she's looking for you to, like, hey, I need for you to let me know, what am I missing? What did I miss? He was like, I don't remember. And then basically when she finally did come home again, because when all that went down, Karen took her right back to the hospital. The baby was only at home for maybe an hour or two, and she took her right back to the hospital. Kept her there, and then when they finally got a system, she brought her back home. And Karen told her how she felt. Like, I don't feel that you are in this with me with the daughter. Of course he got defensive, because he probably feel like, oh, you calling me a bad father, which she was not. She just like, we need to take turns with this one, and everything else. Basically Dion just like, you take care of Dawson and I'll take care of the rest. Like, we wish that was easy, but just with her, basically Karen wanted him to bond with Dawson, and he hasn't really bonded with her. Like, he really didn't pick her up, or he didn't really do anything, because he's already trying to shut his mind off. Like, if she dies, I don't have a real bond with her. But he still had a bond with a child that passed, even though he didn't hold him after he passed. And he gets upset. And it was to the point, like, I would go to the fact that when she was having her second surgery, he wasn't gonna go. He was not gonna go. He was going to be at the house with kids. Like, I don't want to go, because Karen went to the surgery by herself. She went through the whole thing by herself, her first surgery. His mother set him off to the side, like, hey, bro, like, she ain't say hey, bro, but she was like, I have to deal with it, because I guess Dion had a minor surgery when he was a kid, and Gigi was a single mom. So she was like, hey, look, I had to deal with your procedure by myself, and that's hard. So for you to let her go to the hospital dealing with this by herself, that's hard. I'm here. So you go be with her by her side.
And that's it. Yeah. You know, so she's your baby. You know, you crazy about all your children, and she's no exception. She's the one right now that needs more of it than anybody. You know? So, I know. No, you're right. Yeah, so you'll be fine. I mean, you will be fine. No, yeah.
And because Gigi doesn't live in Las Vegas, she lives in Detroit, so she flew flying back and forth to help him with the kids. And he did not want to be in the situation of losing a child again, and I get it. But when your wife is there dealing with it by herself, that's a lot of emotions to put on somebody's shoulders, and then you got to go home and deal with 13 more kids and breastfeeding 2 babies and all that type of stuff. She's not just dealing with just Dawson. She's dealing with 2 other babies. And then she got all the other kids asking mommy this, mommy that. They're not going to not bother mommy. So it's just a situation that you have to put off to the side at the moment. But like I said, I'm not a parent, but I have had similar situations of loss, and I get it. But at the end of the day, they came together and got a system for Dawson. But then they do have an oldest child who basically had her opinions like, look, I don't vibe with the kids. I love my siblings, but I want to hang around with kids my own age, because their oldest child is 14, and then it goes from 9 to younger. So she don't have anything in common with those kids. So they are planning to send her to, well, this was the end of the episodes where they were thinking about sending her to a camp. She wanted to go to a camp and be away from her siblings, which is fine. You know, she's a teenager. She wants to be around kids her own age. Snatch. It's not like she's going to be away forever, but you know, that's their baby. That's their first baby. So it's a good show. They only had 5-6 episodes, and I liked it, and it was a change of pace from 90 Day Fiance. So it was a change of pace, and I'll check the rest of it out on Hulu, because there was a couple episodes I missed, but I watched the whole thing, so I liked it. So you can always check it out on Hulu, or check your whatever your cable network is. I don't have cable. I ain't got the funds for cable, because I don't watch cable enough. So I hope everybody have a good week, and I will catch y'all at the end of the week. And I don't have to tell y'all what y'all need to do. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. And if you stay to the end, thank you for coming around my way.
Sarate.